Well, good morning, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm, and you're looking at the finished product. This is our earth shelter slash root cellar that we had built. It's 10 foot wide by 20 foot long, and then we put the retaining walls there on the front of it to keep the dirt and everything from settling around the entrance. And we've got a sidewalk going out the front there as well. Anyway, they poured this about a week ago, and you see the vent hole there on the top. That's a 4-inch vent, and just to get some air in there circulating. And then we have the wiring. We're going to have plug-ins in there. There's our hole for that right here. That's where our wiring will go in. And this has all been backfilled with rock. It's got the drain tile around the base of it. And we're going to finish painting this with waterproofing the walls before we bring the rest of the dirt in. It's going to take a lot of dirt. But I just want to give a shout out to one of my regular commenters on our video. I was showing this last time. We just had it formed up. We didn't have the roof poured yet. And I really appreciate your all's comments. Y'all are so awesome. 99.9% of y'all are just through the roof awesome. You get a few that wake up on the wrong side of the bed in the morning, but you know, that's just the way life is. But isn't that right, Smokey? Yeah. You are a beautiful dog. Yeah. Yeah. He is. He is a beautiful dog. He's big enough you could almost put a saddle on you and ride you. Yeah. You're a big old pup, aren't you? Anyway, one of you guys, I have to go back and see which one of you it was, because I think you challenged me, and you definitely gave me an idea. And see, we were going to bring in, you know, 12, 15 dump truck loads of dirt to cover this thing up, the top of it. And he made a comment. He goes, looks like a pretty good building foundation to me. You know, put a building on top of that. And I'm like, well, all the expensive part's done. You know, you got a floor, you got a foundation there. All it needs is walls and a door and some windows. Insulate it, and with the dirt, you know, if you backfill this thing up, and I'm thinking before I do, I'm going to get some of that 2-inch blue foam with the liquid nail and fasten to that concrete. That just gives us even more insulation factor. Anyway, with that on there, that would make a pretty darn nice building. I mean, it's going to be a substantial size, 10 by 20. And you can make a workshop out of that. You know, woodworking shop, or I don't know, Jan may step in and say, no, that's my new quilting shop, or her stained glass. She loves doing stained glass. She doesn't have any place to do it. It may be Jan's new stained glass shop. Or maybe I could split it with her. I could do woodworking on one side, she'd do stained glass on the other. But it's not going to cost me anything to build it. We've got barns full of wood that I've been milling, and so grab that nail. There's a nail here on the ground. That would be pretty darn cool. Put the door, you know, we'd have the door coming out on this end. I don't know. It's definitely got me thinking. So thank you guys for that. That was I can build stuff. I mean, we just got through doing some renovation work on another project, and it turned out really well. Here's the door. This is the 42 by 86 steel insulated door that's going to go in here. And I asked the contractor how long he's going to leave these stud walls in here, and he goes, I'm going to leave them in there for 30 days before he takes this all down. So there's 3/4 inch plywood with a piece of plastic laid down up there. Then the concrete was poured on top of it. Got a lot of vibration in here, doesn't it? Or echo. But yeah, this is going to be nice. Always a little bit iffy when we get a really hard windstorm and you look out the window here, folks, and these are cedar and oaks. I've seen those things bend over at 90 degrees. And all you got is a bathtub to climb into. Not anymore. And one of the guys said, well, most people won't get out of the house and go in the cellar. And by golly, we will. Build it, I guarantee we'll be in this thing. We're going to be sitting in that house. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but here's the floor drain coming out. That goes all the way from the center of that cellar. It ties in and comes out here. So got our really nice sidewalk. Comes around, makes a bend, and yeah, so we got all kinds of things we can do with this, but they really did a good job. I'm tickled with it. I thought they did a good job, and Jan's happy with it. I'm happy with it. So just got a little bit more work. We got to backfill and do a few things like that. But it's the hard stuff is done. But I don't know. Kind of thinking about that shop now up on top here. That's almost seems like a waste to just cover it in dirt when you could have a building up there. It's already level. Put your stud walls in, frame in your door and your windows, insulate it, and we're going to have electricity right below it, so we can run electricity in there, have lights, plug-ins, whatever. Yeah. You know how projects are. You start them, and then next thing you know, they get a little bigger and a little bigger. This is our other project. We've had a few people go off the edge of this rock and kind of scuff it off, and it's easy to do. UPS trucks come in here. There's one right there. Luckily, he stopped before he turned over, because I'm looking at a 3-foot wall rock here. Anyway, Johnny, our dozer operator, lent me his trailer, and I hauled these things home from Columbia. So they tie together, they just set on top of each other, and those are 2 foot wide by 5 foot long, and they weigh 3,000 pounds, each one of those. And then there's the caps. So this would be your final one here. This would be the cap that goes on top when you're done. Anyway, we're gonna make 2 rows of them, starting up here by that tree, and run them down toward the house. And we'll have about a foot bumper, so nobody can back off of here. I don't want somebody flipping the vehicle, so we're gonna fix that. And it's gonna hold all the rock in place too. So that's our addition that we're looking at. Boy, somebody, yeah, that could have been bad right there. Luckily they stopped and pulled forward before they went into our tree there. But that's going to be taken care of. But anyway, I just want to give you an update on the earth cellar, and I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. It's a very cold morning here a week before Christmas, and everyone have a happy holidays, and enjoy time with family and friends, and we'll see you next time. Hit that subscribe button on the way out if you would. Thank you.